Greetings and good afternoon. I have a question for you. What if someone came up to you and said, "You know Elmo from Sesame Street? Yeah, he snorts about a pound of blow every month." Would you believe them? So that's my question. So why would you believe everything you hear on the internet? What if I told you, yes, it is the job of some organizations to hire an entire building of internet trolls to use social media to keep society divided? Why would they do that? Why? Well, because if we're all fighting each other all of the time, then how can we see when our rights are being taken away? It was one day, some time ago, a magic word appeared into the mouths of everyone on the internet. This magic word had the ability to empower some people, and it also irritated some people. And for some, it threw them into a hateful rage, even to this day, and all simultaneously. I myself, I fall into the category of amazement over this word because one day, completely out of the blue, it was a thing that entered the lexicon with a well curated definition that had already been established. A definition that was probably created by experts, and it joined the words like bling and it is what it is. But unlike those words, this magic thing had the power to split society down socio political lines. Well, I'm happy to say that joining us in the studio today is the lovely word woke. And I'm not going to ask who created the term woke because I am not James Bond and I am not equipped to fight the Shadow Man. This session is brought to you today by the Mordfall Mystery Series. Detective Chief Inspector Monica Ragnar Dota finds herself involved in the most dangerous murder cases in the history of Sweden. Get your copy of Mordfall Disciple, Mordfall Paraben in ebook, paperback, and hardcover from Amazon Kindle, Barnes& and Nobles, and Google Play Books. And join Monica as she faces down those dangerous criminals. Now, the definition that has been created for the term woke is as follows. Woke is defined as being alert to and concerned about social justice and discrimination. That is the 2024 definition of the term woke, not to be confused with words wake, awake, awaken, or the past tense of those words, as in a sentence as saying, I just woke up from being asleep 3 hours ago. But even now, some of you will be saying that I am anti woke or anti social justice, but really I am not those things. And I think that it is very crucial, extremely crucial, in fact, that everyone has true equal rights, not some faux equal rights. I just have an issue with how Woke Incorporated's most famous product is being used to divide the world. And just as organic as yogurt, both sides of the political spectrum weaponize wokeness. On both extremes, on either side, they use woke to say that the other side is terrible. In truth, both the far right and the far left are terrible. Both sides always seeking to impose each other's ideology on all of mankind alike. Then they weaponize social media to drive their sheep into believing everything they say without question. It's always very dangerous to believe what you hear and not question it. If you hear something, if you hear anything, always do your own research, deep research, and still hold a healthy amount of skepticism towards what you've heard. Now, truthfully, The idea of everyone having equal rights for everything is what should be happening in real life and not just on paper. As we all know, equal rights does exist on paper. It exists in laws. However, in practice, it is rarely ever used in real life. But all in all, woke has successfully divided society against each other, and bit by bit, they don't see their own rights and privileges being taken away until they are already gone. And we know in real life what's happened. We know that suddenly, after everyone selected someone who said that they would do something, and I'm talking about Voldemort, that person said they will do something to help everyone, but it turns out that all they did was to take everything away from people. Not everything, but a lot of things. If you suddenly find out that you've lost your healthcare, you've lost your job, you've find yourself under a mountain of inflation and bills and fuel prices still climbing, then you've been had. You've been had in a way that started with anti-wokeness. Society has been duped in the weaponization of wokeness. So much so that it led them people who are blinded by hate, blinded by many things. Too much to go into right now, but just turned into sheep. And without doing any of their research, they found out that they have harmed themselves financially, mentally, and emotionally. The question is, what will you do next? Some of us have the wherewithal, the strength to say to ourselves, we must change things. We must do what we can to try to reverse our own actions, to try to stem the hemorrhaging of cash out of everything else in order to right the ship, as some may say. But I want you to think about these things. Think about everything. And while you're thinking about everything, I would like you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friends so they can subscribe to this channel and like this video. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.